You're a crypto developer. You're good. Not teenage in a dorm room hacking the FBI good, but you've built some projects, made some money. You think you've seen the dark side of the blockchain, the rug pulls, the pump and dumps. You think you're too smart to get caught. Then you get a message. It's not on Discord. It's not on Telegram. It's a direct, encrypted text to a phone number no one should have. The message is short. A location, a time, and a single word at the end, Plata o Plomo. You don't need a translation. Everyone in this space knows what that means. Silver or lead. Take the money or take a bullet. You've just been recruited by the Sinaloa Cartel. And the project? A joke. A literal meme coin with a cartoon dog wearing a sombrero. But the money moving through it isn't a joke. It's $3 billion of fentanyl cash that needs to disappear into the digital fog. You are now the most important money launderer on the planet, and you didn't have a choice. This is the story of how a decentralized joke became the most powerful financial weapon for the most dangerous organization in the Western Hemisphere. Welcome to the new frontier. For decades, laundering drug money was a physical nightmare. It's heavy, it's bulky, and it smells. You can't wire $100 million in street cash to a bank in the Caymans without the Treasury Department's computers lighting up like a Christmas tree. So the cartels used what they had: suitcases, trucks, shell companies, and trade-based laundering. They'd over-invoice shipments of avocados, or they'd stuff cash into the panels of used cars heading south. It was slow. It was dirty. And the U.S. government was getting terrifyingly good at tracing it. But that was the old world. The new world runs on code. Around 2021, the financial enforcers of the Sinaloa Cartel, the guys who don't touch the product, only the profit, started looking at the crypto boom the way a shark looks at a bleeding seal. They saw billions in market cap being generated by tokens with names like Dogecoin and Shiba Inu. Tokens with no product, no CEO, and no central office to raid. It was the perfect black box. To the cartel, a meme coin isn't a gamble. It's a washing machine. If you control the liquidity, the code, and the hype, you can turn $1 of drug money into $1 of clean, untouchable, global digital currency in under 60 seconds. The problem? You need a front man. You need a dev. You can't have a guy named El Gordo with a gold-plated AK-47 hosting an AMA on X Spaces. You need a face that investors trust. You need a nerd. And that's where you come in. The cartel's intelligence is better than you think. They've been scraping LinkedIn, GitHub, and crypto conferences for months. They know your skills, your weaknesses, your vices. They know about the gambling debt. They know about the family in Phoenix. In the world of traditional finance, coercing an employee is messy. In the anonymous world of Web3, it's terrifyingly simple. They don't own your office. They own your private keys. And as you sit down at your laptop, a new wallet appears in your MetaMask. It's preloaded with $2 million in USDT. Stablecoins. Tether. The note attached reads, "Trading starts Monday. Do not disappoint us." Monday arrives. The token goes live. Let's call it El Lobo. The website looks like a teenager built it in 20 minutes, because a teenager probably did. The lore is stupid, a wolf who protects his pack. The roadmap is a copy-paste from 100 other dead coins. But here's where things get interesting. Within seconds of the launch, the buying starts. But it's not organic hype. It's a system. The cartel, using your wallet and a dozen other burner wallets they control in sleeper cells across Latin America, starts to trade with itself. This is called a wash trade. Wallet A sells a massive chunk of El Lobo to Wallet B. The price spikes 400%. The volume charts go vertical. Trading bots, the autonomous programs that scavenge the blockchain for volatility, smell the blood in the water. They pounce. Retail investors, the fish, see a green candle the size of a skyscraper. They think they've found the next 1000x gem before anyone else. They start dumping their life savings in. This is the fear of missing out in its most potent, weaponized form. But they don't realize the truth. The natural buyers and sellers in a real market are fighting over price. Here, the buyer and the seller are the same person. The cartel isn't betting on the price going up. They are drawing a map for the price to follow. While the fish are chasing the chart, you are executing the real operation. The $2 million in dirty tether they gave you isn't just sitting there. It's moving through a labyrinth. You're using unhosted wallets, software wallets not tied to any exchange, no KYC, no identity. You ping the funds through a decentralized mixer, a smart contract that takes in dirty coins, breaks them into thousands of random pieces, shuffles them with other people's transactions, and spits them out clean and untraceable. It's like taking a stained dollar bill, cutting it into confetti, mixing it with a billion other pieces of paper, and having a fresh, crisp $100 bill print out on the other side of the world. But that was just the beginning. The cartel doesn't want clean crypto. Crypto is volatile. They need hard currency. They need pesos. They need dollars. So, you tap into the peer-to-peer networks. In places like Mexico City, Bogota, and Miami, there are thousands of small-time traders. People who want to buy crypto with cash to avoid taxes. You link the clean crypto from the mixer to these P2P exchanges. A sell in Culiacan posts an ad, buying USDT, paying cash premium. A local businessman shows up with a briefcase of legit restaurant profits. He hands over the clean physical cash. You release the digital USDT from the cartel's cold wallet to his phone. It looks like a simple, private transaction between two consenting adults. Except the digital asset you just sold him was originally a brick of heroin sold in Ohio. The system made one fatal mistake. It assumed anonymity means decency. The volume is exploding. El Lobo hits $100 million market cap. The chatter on crypto Twitter is deafening. Influencers with laser eyes in their profile pictures are shilling it to their followers, not knowing, or not caring, that they're working as unpaid marketers for a narco state. You're processing $5 million a week. You haven't slept in days. The adrenaline is toxic. Then, the error happens. You're tired. You're scared. You accidentally bridge a $6 million liquidity pool not to a mixer, but to a centralized exchange. An exchange that follows the law. Binance. Coinbase. It doesn't matter which. The second the funds hit the centralized wallet, the compliance algorithm flags it. A $6 million deposit, broken into structurally complex microtransactions arriving from a wallet directly linked to a sanctioned mixer, landing in an account that hasn't had activity in 3 years. The AI doesn't sleep. The alert lights up a screen at the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network. The cartel's security team, and yes, they have a cybersecurity division now, recruited from the same universities as the DEA, sees the flag instantly. They don't send a polite email. They don't call a meeting. Your screen goes black. A line of text appears. You expose the pipeline. The weight of the loss is yours. You can almost smell the metal and the sweat. You realize you're not a partner. You're not an employee. You're a disposable battery. The moment the power runs out, they throw you away. This is where the complexity of the narco-crypto model reveals its dark heart. It's so decentralized that if one node fails, the network doesn't die. The network just kills the node. You bolt. You grab a go bag. You delete your browser history. You disconnect your hardware wallet. You flee the apartment, taking only the stairs, fearing the elevator. You're in a major American city, but you feel like you're in the jungle. You call a contact at the FBI, a guy you played poker with once who had a badge. You whisper into the phone, "I need a safe house. I'm handing over the private keys." The handover doesn't go as planned. The cartel isn't just monitoring the blockchain. They're monitoring cell towers. A black SUV pulls up outside the safe house before the FBI even gets there. You don't see Hulk Hogan or a fake Chauncey Billups here. These are men with no faces. You see a text flash on your burner. It's a photo of your mother's house in Phoenix, taken from the street, the timestamp 3 minutes ago. You realize the fatal flaw in your escape plan. You can't give the FBI the keys. If you do, the money vanishes from the cartel's control, and your family pays the price. If you don't, you go to federal prison for life for money laundering. It's the ultimate checkmate. A combination of a digital straight flush and a physical threat of violence. But you remember you're a dev. You're a problem solver. You look at the smart contract code for the El Lobo token. You had built a backdoor in the contract. A kill switch you installed on day one, out of pure paranoia. A function only your original, pre-cartel wallet can call. You don't use it to steal the money. Stealing $3 billion from the cartel is a death sentence. Instead, you execute the freeze function on the liquidity pool. You don't take the tokens, you just lock them. The price of El Lobo doesn't crash to zero. It just freezes. Frozen. Immobile. $3 billion in digital currency, sitting on the blockchain, visible to everyone, touchable by no one. A monument to greed. The cartel enforcer watching your mom's house gets a call. He leaves. For now, the money is safe, but it's useless. You've cut the legs off the operation without stealing a dime. You walk into the FBI field office, not as a hostage, but as a negotiator. You have the private key that can freeze or thaw $3 billion of criminal enterprise. You just bought yourself a ticket into the witness protection program. The arrests come quietly. No flashy FBI press conference with a goofy operation name yet. Just sealed indictments. But the blockchain doesn't forget. The frozen wallet remains, a ghost ship in the digital sea. You can go look at it right now. Billions in value, no transactions. It's a tourist attraction for crypto sleuths. The cartel has already moved on. They've launched 3 new meme coins since Tuesday. The lesson of the crypto cartel isn't that criminals use crypto. The lesson is that crypto is the perfect criminal. It is indifferent. It serves the DEA agent and the drug lord with the same algorithmic neutrality. You're in a small town now, with a new name, a new job, maybe you're fixing laptops. You stay off the blockchain. You're completely untraceable. But sometimes, late at night, you open an incognito browser and check the wallet address. The coins are still sitting there. And you think about all the lives crushed by the drugs that bought those tokens, and all the lives saved by locking them up. The power to destroy an empire sits in a 12-word seed, phrase hidden in your mind. The modern world has no silver or lead. It has ones and zeros. And the zero, in this case, was the deadliest weapon of all.